SEA today.
Alright, welcome back everyone to A's Online Virtual Classroom. This is your boy Mr. Dre, bringing you SEA Today by A's Online Tutoring Services, exam success at your fingertips. So thank you very much for joining me once again, and if you haven't done it as yet, remember to hit that subscribe button because we are on a mission to help raise the passing rates of students at SEA and CXC level. So to help us do that, share this video, hit that like button, and to catch up, we have been on a journey to 100 days. It's a countdown of 100 days to SEA 2021, and we only have 94 more days left as today is March 8th. So if you haven't seen our week 1, we have completed specimen paper mathematics 2021. So make sure and check it out in the link right on top and get caught up with the amount of work that we've completed so far. So as we go into week 2 now, we want to take a look at some English language, and today we're going to take a look at English language 2019 specimen paper section 1, and the first task is spelling. So make sure you have your pen and your paper ready. That's all we would need for today, and as soon as the timer starts we would start. Alright, so let's get it. So we're looking at the spelling, and we're going to first read the instructions, which is right here to the top. So the instructions reads: there is one incorrectly spelled word in each line. Underline the incorrectly spelled word. Write the correctly spelled word in the box provided for each line. Right? So this is simple enough, and for those of us who have done practice tests before, we will be familiar with this. But this is exactly how SEA section 1 task 1 will be like. So they have an example. They have: last Friday I assisted in removing the beehives. That's the example. So in the box provided, they would have put the correctly spelled word. You're supposed to underline this word and write the correctly spelled word here. So here they added a double S when the double S was supposed to come in the first position and not in the second position. So that's what we're about to do. We're going to look for the incorrectly spelled words. Alright, so let's just get a little zoom in here, and we can see the full board here. So the first line is: the Caribbean is bursting with adventurous. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick out our word, spell it correctly, and we're going to create a list of words that we should know, similar words to what we're seeing in this exercise. So the first line, one way we can work this is by eliminating the correctly spelled words. So this is spelled correct, this is spelled correct, this is spelled correct. Caribbean is sometimes a difficult word to spell for people, but it is one R, Carib, and then bean. So it's two B's. So this is also spelled correct. And then bursting is spelled correct. The first part, burst, ing. So the incorrectly spelled word here would be adventurous. So how do we spell adventurous? Well, adventurous comes from the word, or the one form of the word is adventure, the noun. Adventurous is an adjective. So how do we spell adventure? A-D-V-E-N-T-U-R-E. That's how we spell adventure. To change that to adventurous, we have to drop the E and add O-U-S. Alright, so that is our correctly spelled word, adventurous. Just make sure you could see it. Alright, Now let's get a look at our list of words. So we're going to put that same word here, adventurous, T-U-R-O-U-S, adventurous. Wonderful. And just to take note of the word that the other form of it, adventure. Alright, so just taking note of these two words and add it to our list of words to know. Alright, so the next line has adventurous activities, the beauty of each environment. Alright, so eliminating the correctly spelled words once again, we have this is spelled correct, this is spelled correct, this is spelled correct for sure. Beauty, B-E-A-U-T, this is also spelled correct, ending in Y. And activities is also spelled correct. This word here, environment, that's how we like to pronounce it. And for we, I mean for those of us in the Caribbean. And the correct pronunciation of the word is actually environment. So that's environment. Right? It's not environment like most people pronounce it. So we'll add this word to our list, and a word that is similar to this. So we'll put in environment. Alright. A word that is similar to this word would be government. Right? So government comes govern and then ment. Not govor, or without, some people spell it without the N in the middle. It is just like environment. Alright? So back to our right. So the beauty of each environment differs across the region. St. Lucia receives. So eliminating the words that are spelled correctly. The Saint is abbreviated ST, so that's be correct. Across is correct. Differs also is correct. It has two F's. Receives, region, and Lucia. Those are the three remaining words. Lucia is the name of the country in the beautiful Caribbean of ours. So it's one of the words that we need to learn, as it's in our region, it's spelled correctly. And the last two words to eliminate would be region and receives. Receives and region. Now region here they spell it like regon, G-O-N, right? So that is going to be our incorrectly spelled word. And to spell that correctly, you have to speak correctly. R-E-G-I-O-N. It's a kind of a weird word, but that's how it's spelled. And we're going to add this word to our list. R-E-G-I-O-N. A word similar to this would be legion. So region is a space or an area. Legion is a large military unit, right? So it's like an army, a large army. It's spelled very similar to legions. L-E-G-I-O-N. Like region, R-E-G-I-O-N. Alright, so the next line, number 4. St. Lucia receives compliments for its beaches. In Trinidad, alright, so this word is spelled correct, this word and this word. For those of us in Trinidad, I hope we know that this word is spelled correct. And beaches, the plural of beaches, beach, to change beach plural is one of those words that we have to add es. So that is also spelled correct. Compliments, how they spell it here is completely wrong. Alright, so compliments is actually C-O-M-P-L-I-M-E-N-T-S. P-L-E-M-E-N-T-S. Another way some people like to spell it is P-L-E-M-E-N-T-S. Complement. That's how we just talk sometimes, but that is wrong. It is complement. S. Alright, so this word will go onto our list, and they spelled it with a U, C-U-M-P, right, which is not correct, as we just saw. And we're going to see some words similar to complement. Instead of starting with C-U, you have other words like, okay, so right now I am using a computer, right, and some of us like to complain, yeah, so the starting C-O-M-P, complement, computer, complain, yeah. All right, so we're going to move along to number 5. It says, in Trinidad and Tobago, accommodation is in demand. So again, we're going with elimination method. And is correct. Tobago is correct. Is correct. In is correct, of course. And demand, D-E-M-A-N-D, is also spelled correctly. So this word accommodation, it's a very interesting word. And the correct way to spell it, it does have double C. So don't think you have to take off a C. What is missing in the way they spelled it is an additional M. So we have ACCOMMODATION. Alright, so this is another word we'll add to our list, accommodation. So accommodation comes from the word, or the noun for the word. No, accommodation is a noun. Another form of the word, accommodate. That's a verb. All right. And one thing I noticed with these, so they spelled it. Let me see if I get it back. They spelled it with a 1 M. They missed out an M, right? So when it comes to words that have double M in them, words like recommend, no, yeah, RECOMMEND. When we compare a word like recommend and accommodate to a word like accomplish, so if we notice, we're gonna have a double M when the M's are separating vowels. So we have 2 vowels, so we have double M. We have 2 vowels, so we have double M. When it's not 2 vowels being separated, we have 1 M. There's a vowel here and a consonant here, so we have 1 M. We also going to see that taking place in a word like, yeah, combine. There's 1 M, there's a vowel here and a consonant here. So double M is used in English to separate 2 vowels. If that's an observation I made recently. If there are exceptions, please feel free to hit me up in the comments and let me know of any exceptions to this observation that I made. Alright, so to get back to our close list, the last line in number 6, accommodation is in demand as people visit our rhythmic festival carnival. Alright, so elimination again. We have as is correct, people is correct, visit is correct, our is correct. Rhythmic, I'm not sure about that one. Festival is correct. And for those of us in Trinidad, please know how to spell carnival. This is the correct spelling, Carnival. So rhythmic is going to be our word that is spelled incorrectly, and this is one of those words where it is a weird spelling. What is wrong with the way they spelled it is they missed out a second H, because the word is not rhythmic. It's actually pronounced with that tongue between your teeth. Rhythmic. Alright, so we're going to add this to our list of words. RHYTHMIC. Right, and this actually comes from, this rhythmic is the adjective form of the word. The noun is rhythm. RHYTHM. Right, so we change rhythm to rhythmic. You add IC at the end. That's all you do to the original word. But please pay attention that the word is rhythm with a TH and not rhythm, like how we like to pronounce it. So we're trying to practice as much standard English as we can. Yeah, and I think, one other thing I want to show us in particular with this word, word similar to adventure, that ends in E, a word like fame. Right, so if we look at the word fame, when we want to change words that end in E, us, like famous, we're going to take the E, take it off, and add OUS. So that's what took place in adventurous. Alright, where they added in an A, but you're supposed to drop the E and add OUS. We can also see this taking place in a word like nerve. Right? The nervous, we drop the E and we add OUS. So here we have 20 words that are similar or that came from our questions, and words that are similar to the words that were in the question. Alright, so it's good to look at words that are alike. It helps us to remember how to spell them more easily, and it just expands our spelling and vocabulary by a lot more. So take your time, learn these words, write them down, let your parents pick you up. Just make sure that these words are very familiar to you, and it could help make your exam a little bit easier this year around. So this, my friends, brings us to the end of what we're going to be doing for our first day of English language of SEA today, week 2. Thank you very much for joining me. Thanks for sticking out throughout this whole video. Remember, hit that subscribe button if you haven't as yet, and like our videos, and make sure and share this with as many of your friends as possible so that we can get everybody being successful in exams 2021 and beyond. So thanks for joining me once again. SEA preparation today is going to make your life much easier tomorrow. So put in the work now so you can relax and enjoy tomorrow. Okay? So thanks again for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow.
SEA Today.